Hello, welcome to the place on the welcome to the place on the internet that I talk about comics. Forgive this drab background. I'm still not at my own home, doing my best to do videos while in everybody else's home. So, my name is Patrick. I write comics. You can buy them. Follow the link in the description, whatever. Today, I wanted to explore what to do with the decaying old heads and the failure new guys. I'm just going to spitball an idea that I've seen on the internet several times, but I don't really understand why it's not explored further, which is just some sort of pairing. You don't have to call it mentorship. What do you do with a new generation that isn't popping and an old generation that is put in fallow fields and left to fall apart? So the old guys, the corporate ones at least, did not do themselves any favors. They're reliant on the corporate name to get them over. When they pursue work outside of corporate comics, it's typically in other corporate avenues such as animation, right? But they have not done their own creator-owned work, or at least not built their name in that space to the degree that they could exist in the direct market today. And then you have this guy who might also not have really engaged in creator-owned work and is going to be this guy soon, but right now he is a jobber. I know that sounds disrespectful as shit. People hate that phrase, but it's what the corporate publishers are currently producing. They're making a generation of jobbers, and you got to be careful with that, everybody. And some of you have locked yourselves outside of it on the direct market level by being as corporate as you are, right? Maybe you thought, oh, I can do the old model where I do corporate work and then pivot to creator-owned for big money. Some of you waited too long. Some of you never distinguished yourselves. Some of you thought it was going to be handed to you, and you're not going to be invited to that party, right? I know that a number of you, this is your situation today. So you've screwed yourself. The publishers have screwed you to a large degree, but you have to blame yourself because your career is yours to navigate in 2024. This is, not the 1960s. So what do we do about you? This is not an original idea. This is simply a thing that gets kicked around on the internet. Why can't we pair you with an old guy? It can't be your pride because you've demonstrated that you don't have a ton of it, right? You take corporate mandate, you're led around on a leash most of the time. So it's not that you have too much pride. Is it that the old guys got too much pride? I don't know, man. Maybe. Certainly some of them have real fucking attitudes, but when you're looking down the barrel of a very thin retirement fund, I'm sure that they could be convinced. Now, can these two people get along? I don't know. They got different sensibilities, but how different? At the end of the day, they're both corporate animals, kind of engineered to deliver that product, right? Now, again, maybe egos get in the way to some degree. And certainly, I find a lot of the younger guys do not have a ton of respect for the older guys and vice versa. That's a problem. But again, check. The editor holds the check. He says, hey, if you guys want this, you got to behave. Hey, if you want this, you got to look like you like each other because we're trying to sell the notion that this is an old meets young moment, and this is an initiative, which is what it needs. These corporate publishers need to push this as a larger idea. Hey, everybody, instead of Amalgam 2, why don't we have an initiative where we bring back creators that most of our readership pretend to care about, and we're going to test to see if you actually do. We're not going to put them on an obscure book. We're not going to put them on Ant-Man 50 Years of the Ant anthology. We're going to put them on a mainline book with a current creator, and we are going to elevate this guy who has been mid his whole career, and we are going to give this guy a dignified finish to his career. And that would be the subtext. The text would be, we brought together generations to bring you the best comics. Here's Johnny Oldhead and Timmy New Guy, and they are doing a Green Arrow book together. and the sensibilities are going to be corporate comics down the line. Excitement. It's going to be a thing you can sink your teeth into. Old people are going to love it. New people are going to love it. You sell it. However, you listen, you've got a whole marketing team to do this. Why so scared? As I've said on this video channel before, there's no glory for editors in refinding an old guy, right? You don't get any credit for that. Also, you don't feel like you're making a dent generationally. Like you personally don't feel like, oh, I've contributed to the medium of comics. You feel like you're going back to the well. Okay, I understand it. But you're also not hitting any home runs with the new talent. The jobbers are never going to get you those home runs. That's just what it is. Donnie Cates was the last guy to hit home runs. Everything else is a fake home run. Everything else, we might have gotten a triple, but Donnie's the last guy, the last Timmy New guy to hit anything out of the park. And I don't expect him at the corporate publishers anytime soon. Now let me just speak directly to editors. What are you going to do? Are you just going to run the clock like some of your bosses and just not get blamed for anything, collect a check? Or are you going to do something that motivates the old readers, PKA readers, maybe get some excitement? If there are new readers, maybe at least carries them along for the ride. Are you going to put that towards something? Are you going to give it an energy? Or are you going to allow the endless mid-sales and this bitter asshole over here to die in the wilderness? I mean, I understand that this is not something that a junior editor can do tomorrow, but so perhaps I'm speaking to, the actual hire fire people. What is the harm? Or what's the danger? Egos are the danger, right? This guy can't get along with this guy. They got different sensibilities. No, they don't. They make corporate pablum. They can pretend that they have wildly different sensibilities. Oh, back in my day, or oh, the old guys don't understand. You both write stilt man. Just shut the fuck up. I'm sure you can get along for the money. I guess a question for the comment section is: do you think we're going to see this, or do you think that it's a bad solution, or do you think that the editors at the corporate publishers are just too obstinate to admit that maybe they've got to reverse course or try something different? I'm not saying anything new here. This has been a suggestion for a long time. This is, if you're in YouTuber land, you see people make this suggestion. If you're in Twitter, you see this suggestion. All the Reddits. And the problem is that it's always coming from an old guy. I want to see Dan Jurgens again. It's always coming from I want to see X work again. And that person seems calcified. And an editor doesn't want to appeal to that calcified person. They want to think that they're doing something in the moment. I totally get that. But maybe it's not so much that this guy's calcified. Maybe it's just that there's a thing that he likes, and this new guy is not delivering it. And if we can somehow put this dude over, put the new guy over, and get the old reader on his side by pairing him with somebody and having a 10-issue, 12-issue run of something significant, germane, in continuity, and important, then why isn't it worth doing? Everybody, I'm a creator-owned creator. I shouldn't even be here, quarterbacking for the major publishers. God knows they don't want to hear it from me anyway. But without those corporate publishers' strength on the shelves, it makes my job harder. The corporate comics are not living up to their end of the bargain. I'm tired of it, and I'm sorry that I'm not coming to you as a peer, as a diehard Captain America guy. That I'm not coming to you like that. I'm coming to you from the outside, saying, "Hey, can we do anything to get people excited about comics? Let's deal with realities as they are, right? Facts on the ground. The old reader's still the reader. If we want him to like the new writer, the new artist, let's please make it palatable to him in at least so long and so far as it gets him on their side." Because a lot of times, that's just what it is. It's not about creating sustained great work. It's just about, yeah, I like that guy. I like his name. I remember him from a thing that I like, so I'm willing to. There's creators who are coasting There's creators in that corporate world who haven't done good work in a decade or more, and they still get work because people remember their names from a thing that they like. At least let's do that. At least it's a low goal. It's a stupid goal, but at least it is a goal. Put this guy over. Put the new guy over. There's always going to be jobbers, but you need 3 stars, and you don't have them. Let's just make stars at any cost. The stars will bring people into the store. That helps me. This is self-interest. Help me. Help me help you help me. Thank you for watching.